Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mustang Field, Ray Graves track, Shenandoah Mustangs home opener tonight. TJ Young alongside the other Burdorf, Brody Burdorf's joining me tonight. Did a great job last year. Did so good, we brought him back for a second season. Broadman, excited for the home opener tonight. West Central Valley coming to town. Both teams 0-1, looking to get their first win of the season.
Yeah, man. I mean, the Mustangs, you obviously got a big challenge coming in week one with Clarinda. I mean, we didn't get to play him really last year, but, I mean, it came to show what this kind of new team looks like. I mean, I'm excited for week two to see if the Mustangs can kind of tweak their offense and defense a little bit to hopefully get their first win on the board. And I'm just excited to see this week two football.
So, talking a little bit about last week, they always say the biggest improvements from week one to week two, right? So what are some things that the old Broadman's looking for tonight? Maybe some keys to success. What do you think?
I think first off, that O-line and defensive line has got to show some major growth from that week when they kind of got pushed back a little bit, weren't ready, and I think if the Mustangs come out here and show some growth in that, that'll be good for them. The second one is get some quick passes involved. He showed some little bursts of quick passes to get the ball moving down the field, open up that run game a little bit that they showed signs of week one. And if they just get some quick hitches, some slants, to gain that 5 or 7 yards, that will open up the run game and get it flowing. And then the third one is just the Mustang secondary. They made a lot of tackles last week against Clarinda, just trying to hold back that run game that was still pretty dominant. But if they come out here and play good defense, come up, hit this strong running team of West Central Valley, and just come up and make tackles, make the play, and kind of keep the running game to a minimal, I think those are some 3 keys to help this Mustangs team get their first win.
Well, we're going to check back on those keys as the game goes along. But like you said, this is a similar style team to what Shenandoah saw in week one with Clarinda. Clarinda, very physical, ran the ball a lot. Definitely different Jimmys and Joes. West Central Valley, I don't believe, is as talented as Clarinda. Definitely not as big as Clarinda. Should be a pretty good matchup. But just far as stylistically, like you said, they're going to run the ball. We didn't show that we could stop the run week one. So it'll be interesting to see, as you said, if those secondary players can come down and help out the front seven a little bit to make some plays in the run game, force a West Central team that's maybe not as comfortable throwing the ball to throw the ball a little bit. They're doing the coin toss right now. We're going to pay some bills right quick, and we'll be back for the kickoff of the home opener here, 2023.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
All right, we are back. We're just about set for kickoff here between the Shenandoah Mustangs, trying to go to 1-1 on the year against the West Central Valley Wildcats. These two teams played just a few years ago back here on this field in the bonus game, and it was a 41-21 win for West Central Valley in a game that probably, if you ask Shenandoah, all the players and the coaches, they probably felt really comfortable about that team, about that game, in a game that just kind of got away from them as the game went on. It's going to be a very similar team that West Central Valley has. Shenandoah is going to kick off, so it's going to be West Central Valley, the Wildcats, moving from right to left on your beautiful television screens, your phones, wherever you are. If you're not here, it's really loud. Come down to the field. You can watch us later, listen to Brody's dynamite drop-ins all night, but watch it later. Come down here and support the Mustangs. The home opener is underway, and Zwickle gets a little squibber, and it's picked up by West Central Valley at their own 43-yard line. So that is where they will scrimmage from 1st and 10. West Central Valley taking over in really good field position, and we're going to be starting quarterback tonight. Funny number, but definitely a solid quarterback, senior Nate Gerling, number 33 in your programs. You don't see that very often.
That is right. Those quarterbacks in high school, they're normally those low numbers.
Yeah, you like those, anything like 19 and below.
Yes.
So they're coming out in that pretty typical wing T formation that they really like to run. They'll run a lot of bellies and counters out of this formation. Should be interesting to kind of see what they'll do here. First one's a little counter to the wing, and that is Jathan Edgington. And Edgington, big run from the 42 all the way to the 36-yard line of Shenandoah. That's a 5, 10, 15, 20-yard gain. First play from scrimmage. Misdirection, that's what West Central Valley likes, and right away.
Yeah, just Mustang, they're probably looking for that power run, trying to slowly chip away, and that one just caught him off guard. That's a good first play call there.
So now shotgun formation. Gerling got two backs, one to each side. Little bubble screen to the outside. Caught by Osberg. Osberg breaks the tackle but can't get much further as he picks up about 7 yards. And Zane McManus makes the stop. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 3, and that's what West Central Valley, really Shenandoah too. Both teams want to stay ahead of the chain, stay on schedule. 7-yard gain on first down does that. And another counter, and this time on the right side, and that may be enough for a first down as Robinson looks like he's going to pick up. They'll give him the first down, looks like. Yes, they will. So 1st and 10. 3 plays, 2 first downs, and marching.
Yeah, just Mustangs, that play right there is probably what you expect to see a lot of tonight, just some ground and pound run defense. They're going to try to chip away, just keep running that football right down the field like Clarendon did week 1.
So again, that same wing T formation, tight wing T, wing to the left side, and a play action pass is going to be a little waggle, a little flood pass, and Gerling floats it over top, and a really nice catch by Micah Beckinger, but they'll say he caught it out of bounds. So fortunate for Shenandoah to get the incompletion there, and it's going to set up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Mustangs, you didn't play the best defense. They got what they wanted, just out of bounds. But for the Mustang, that's a great look there. Just keep them 2nd and 10, make them gain some yards here on the 2nd down.
A wing formation, a pitch out to the back, to the strong side of the field. Nice tackle in there on the edge, as Brody mentioned, and that is Travian Thompson making the stop. A defensive back coming up and making a play. Still a 4-yard gain, but it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, just they don't want to break anything. This is the side that they broke that first play on. Just coming up and making a tackle so they can't gain 2 big yards. Put them in a tough position here, 3rd and 6.
So probably 2-down territory here. They did kick a field goal last week. Wasn't a super long one, but they did kick one, so they've got some confidence in their kicker. But back in that tight wing T formation, 3rd down and 6, and there's your counter to the right side to the field, and that's going to be a first down by Edgington. He needed 6, and boy, he just got it. So far on the night, 3 carries for Edgington, 30 yards. That's 10 yards a pop, and first down as the drive continues for the Wildcats.
I bet they'll probably run that counter to the wide side of the field, get them out in space, and try to just kind of catch the Mustangs off guard and just try to gain those big plays, like the 10-yard plays. They don't have to break them loose, but just get those 10 yards plays to kind of keep their offense on pace and keep that defense on their guard.
So here's your tight wing formation, wing to the left side, and you're going to get a belly to the left side, to the field side, tackled by a host of Mustangs after a gain of about 4 yards. And that was Jordan Robinson on the carry, and that's going to be, like I said, a 4-yard gain. It's going to set up a 2nd down and 6, and kind of the usual suspects carrying the ball for West Central Valley. Edgington and Robinson, they're 2 main ball carriers, and they are again. And there's another straight dive handoff this time, and kind of squirted through the initial tacklers for Shenandoah, and Robinson picks up another 4 yards, maybe 5. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 2, and just marching against kind of a leaky front line here early for Shenandoah.
Yeah, just keep pounding that ball. They're in the red zone here. They would love to put one in on their first drive, kind of chip some clock, and just keep this drive going.
And a little handoff to the outside to the wing back, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. That is Trenton Naragon. Touchdown, West Central Valley, and that's a very big drive for the Wildcats as they again, fell to Panorama in week 1. Kind of struggled a little bit offensively. Couldn't sustain drives in week 1, but boy, they sustained it there. And that is a really nice drive for the Wildcats.
Quarterback here actually in here for that extra point. So, 6-0 already. Sustain the drive, it's up.
Kick by Gerling is good, so the PAT good. We're going to step aside. We'll be back in 60. Wildcats up by 7.
United Group Insurance is a team of insurance professionals who help their customers confidently choose the coverage best for them. UGI offers great products at great prices to shop for home, auto, life, health, business, farm, and crop insurance needs. Save money by comparing plans from providers such as Nationwide, Auto Owners Insurance, North Star Mutual, and more. Our team has over 100 years of combined experience and offers assistance from our convenient Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah offices. Learn more at unitedgroupins.com.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
We are back here in Shenandoah. Shenandoah about to receive. West Central Valley took just a little over 3 minutes to march down the field, about half the field, 57 yards on the drive after the short kickoff by Zwickel. Shenandoah set to receive the kick from Gerling, and he'll kick it away. It's deep. It's down the left side. Brody Cullen set to return, takes it at the 7-yard line. Cullen has a seam cut up inside the seam there, and he gets down to about the 22-yard line. That's where the Mustangs will scrimmage from, 1st and 10. Cullen looked like he had a lane here over to our side, but kind of cut up inside and at least got past the 20. Decent starting field position for the Mustangs, and Jade Spangler leading them out.
Yeah, let's just see what the Mustangs have to offer here. Didn't get the offense going too early last week. Let's see what they can do here on their first possession.
Mustangs come out initially in a pistol set, and then the back moves over to the left side of Spangler. And a traditional spread, handoff, faked, and Spangler carries it on the keep. I believe that was an actual choice play. Trayton Foster was the fake, and Spangler picks up no gain, so 2nd down and 10. Not a lot there early so far, with some big guys up in the middle for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think just that read option there. From over here, we got the good angle, saw a pretty good lane. O-line did the job over on this side, but just got caught up.
And Spangler again, this time hands it off to Foster, and he'll pick up about 2 yards. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 8. So 2 yards and 2 plays. Foster, 2 yards on 1 carry, and Spangler, no yards on 1 carry. So it brings up 3rd and 8. Pretty typical passing situation right here. See what Shenandoah does here on the 3rd and 8. Spangler rolling to his right. He's got some room, and he tucks it, and he's down at the 31-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 31. So that's going to be a pickup of about 5 yards. It's going to set up, 6 yards, we'll say. It's going to set up a 4th and 2. So not
going quick here.
I say not a great start, but it looks like they're maybe just trying to draw them off sides here, and they were. And that's going to be a timeout. Shenandoah, we're going to take it with them. So with 7:21 to go in the first quarter, Shenandoah set to punt it away here on a 4th and 2, or at least decision time. We'll see. We'll be back in 30.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
We're back here in Shenandoah, 4th and 2, Brody. You're at your own 31-yard line. 4th and 2, still plenty of football left to be played. You got to feel like this is probably a punting situation, right?
That's what it looks like. Bulls coming back to punt. You would think they just go with the punt. So first quarter, not too much to lose here.
So Scammon, as Brody mentioned, back to punt. He fields it at his own 22, and it is a sidewinder that lands at the opposite 48-yard line and goes out of bounds at the 40. He's still moving, 46-yard line. So, again, really good field position for the Wildcats, back-to-back possessions. They're winning the field position battle at least early. We'll see what happens here. Drive 2, see if Shenandoah's made any adjustments defensively. It's hard sometimes when you play both ways, but we'll see if the coaching staff's made some adjustments and see if they can stop the ground and pound.
Yeah, you just expect right here. They went down, first drive, scored quick. You just expect the exact same thing here for the Wildcats.
So shotgun formation, 2 backs, motion by the slot man, drop back pass, and pass to the slots, overthrown and intercepted by Trayton Foster. Foster to the 35, to the 30, out of bounds at the 25-yard line. There's them DBs for you, stepping up big as Trayton Foster with the big INT. That pass well overthrown, and a good job by Foster to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, you saw it last year, right? You saw the interceptions from Foster. I mean, that's his first one of this year. You might see some big plays out of him this year, playing that kind of just lurking safety, just waiting for that pass to come in, just drop right into his hands. And so it was just a good interception, a big change for the Mustangs. Got a good field position, got to put one in here.
So now trips receivers over to the near side. Single receiver is Graham. It's Scammon over to the far side. And Spangler will keep it on the choice. Spangler to the 10. He breaks a tackle down to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Shenandoah. That's it's a 10, 17-yard run for Jade Spangler. And Shenandoah is in business here, 1st and goal. And now the give to Foster, and he is actually going to lose about a yard there. So that sets up now 2nd and goal for Shenandoah. They tried to go some tempo there and ended up not paying dividends there.
Yeah, I think just those big 2 boys up front for the Wildcats they might cause a little problem for those inside runs. But if they can kind of free that up, they'll be successful on offense.
So 6:20 to go in the first quarter. Motion by McManus, and the pitch out to Foster. Foster's got the edge, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe gained a yard. So there's going to be 3rd down and goal at the 7 for Shenandoah. Foster did get back to the line and pick up one more. So officially a 2-yard gain sets up a 3rd and goal from the Wildcats 7-yard line. Looks like we're going to have trips to the far side of the field, and single receiver Graham on the boundary over here onto the near side.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Mustangs do if they try to run it a 3rd time here or pass it.
Well, Shenandoah's got him out leveraged over to the boundary, and they'll run a little quick screen. Nice move by Scammon, but he can only pick up about a half a yard on the play, so it's going to set up 4th and goal. Formationally, Shenandoah had the numbers on that side. They had 4 guys when Foster moved over, 4 eligible receivers over to that side, and just 3 defenders for West Central Valley, but really good tackle in space to set up a big 4th down and goal.
Yeah, that was just a good play for the Wildcats. Just come up, make a tackle, limit the yards, and just kind of keep that play contained so they don't get in.
So now 4th and goal from the 6-yard line. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Roll out to the right by Spangler. Throw into the end zone. Incomplete, just off of the hands of both the defender and of Cole Graham. So a really good play by Trayton Foster, but Shenandoah could not capitalize. It's a turnover on downs. If there's any consolation, they are going to force West Central Valley to go the length of the field this time.
Yeah, just getting Spangler out in space, trying to make a big play happen either with his feet or with his arm. Just a lot of guys coming across the field. Hope to see free something up. Maybe, just kind of wait and sit into that play in the play action and just try to find somebody open and just look for that first route out there and just incomplete pass. So now the Mustangs on defense make them go the length of the field.
So now 1st down and 10, back in that tight wing formation, and there's your belly play to Robinson. Robinson gobbled up that time by the left side of the Shenandoah defensive line. Good play in there by the front four. Sets up a 2nd down and 10. So 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Wing T formation, and there's your handoff on the sweep, the power sweep, and this time really good pursuit in there by Gage Sample as he makes a tackle for a loss back at the 3-yard line. Really good play by another DB stepping up.
Just they had 2 guys and 1 blocker out here with Trey Thompson and Gage Sample just coming from that kind of secondary, just come up saying, hey, there's nobody in front of me. Why not go up there and get the ball and just give them a loss to make a hard 3rd down here. So hopefully if they can get the stop here, they'll get the ball back in some good field position and hopefully get their ball back to the offense and make a good 3rd down stop.
So now obvious passing formation, passing down here, 3 minutes and 45 seconds in the first quarter. And you're going to get a spread formation here. Maybe watch some mirror routes, post corners, all that fun stuff. But they'll just run a straight quarterback sneak to give themselves some room to punt, as it would be Gearling just for a couple of yards and a punt for the Wildcats.
Yeah, the Mustangs right here just made those good defensive stops that they need to, so that makes that offense and not scoring. It hurts, but, I mean, you're going to get the ball back here, hopefully with some good field position. Gives you that another chance right here to go and gives you that opportunity to go down and put one in and tie this ball game up.
And negative plays was definitely something that Shenandoah didn't get a lot of last week in Clarinda. And it's a pretty good punt, driving Cullen back, and it bounces at the 48-yard line, and it will die at the 43-yard line of Shenandoah. So good field position, really good punt. Not exactly flipping the field, but could have been a lot worse. Really good punt there for the Wildcats, and Shenandoah going to have to go 57 yards for their first score of the year, or of the night.
Just, I mean, it wasn't probably what the Mustangs were expecting. You can see that deep man, he was kind of farther. Like, the punter gave it kind of rugby-style boot, and it rolled out a long ways. And so the Mustangs have a chance here to go capitalize and put a touchdown in for their first score of the game.
So now 1st and 10 for Shenandoah, fourth drive of the game for Shenandoah. Trips to the near side, single receiver to the far side, 2:55 to go in the first quarter. And Spangler will roll to the right, got a wheel route, and flips to Cullen, and a really good play by the defensive back, Osberg. And honestly, if he puts it on Cullen right away, instead of floating that ball, it's probably a catch in 15 yards. Does a good read, and he was open.
Yeah. You just kind of just throw that ball a little bit harder on a line. Don't give that defensive back the chance to come up and make a play on the ball. Just get into his hands. Let the skill guys get out and run, make catch and runs.
And now it's 2nd and 10, and a fake handoff, and Spangler muscling his way back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's it. So not a lot going on up the middle here for Shenandoah. You mentioned earlier the 2 big boys in there for West Central Valley. The rest of their defense pretty similar size to Shenandoah, but they got a couple big boys inside.
Yeah, just 3rd down here. We'll see what the Mustangs choose to do. Either run it or pass it. Maybe get Jade Spangler out into action and just see what they do.
So Spangler is going to roll out to the left. He steps, fires, and it is complete to Zane McManus. That's going to be a 12-yard gain. Really good job by Spangler to flip his hips and set his feet and throw. 12-yard gain and a first down.
Yeah, just kind of put it right on the numbers there. Make it easy coming across the field. Just hit him in that open space and get that first down. You saw that out of McManus last week, too. A couple hitch routes to just gain those couple yards. That's what you need to get this offense flowing.
Yeah, definitely got good hands. So different formation here. You got two slots here right in tight. And you're going to get a handoff to McManus, and McManus breaks the tackle, and he's going to go for another 12 yards, this time on the ground. It's the Zane McManus drive. 2 plays in a row, 24 yards. Keep feeding him.
Yeah. Just those easy plays. Once you get that one pass and then you get that play after the other, they kind of just stack together. Starting to put a good drive here. I mean, they're inside, the 32-yard line now. Let's see if they can keep these plays rolling and hopefully punch one in.
Same formation, Spangler in the gun, and this time it goes to Cullen on the wing sweep, and Cullen gets to the outside, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards. And I like, we've said this for I don't know how many years with Brody Cullen and a lot of other kids. There's so many athletes that we have, but we've kind of struggled a little bit in the line play. So get them the ball, get them on the edges, let athletes be athletes. And at least so far on this drive, we're seeing that out of the Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we got a lot of speed out here on the edges, and just getting the ball on the outsides, let them use their feet and their legs and get out running.
So now trips to the near side and a comeback screen, a little rocket screen, and that ball just short, intended for Cole Graham. And Graham has had 2 targets so far yet today, but they just haven't been able to connect. And that's going to bring up 3rd down now, and we'll call it a long 6. We'll call it 7. Sorry. The scoreboard guy's terrible.
Just the Mustangs here. This is probably 2-down territory here. You don't want to punt it into their end zone. Just got to pick up some yards here.
So 3rd and 7, a roll out to the right. He's got a guy down the middle. He had Laughlin, but a really good juke move and a big stick by number 11, Jordan Robinson. But from the 29 to the 17, a 12-yard scramble sets up a 1st down. He had Ethan Laughlin right down the middle of the field, but Spangler will take the 1st down, and so will the Mustangs.
And Ethan Laughlin just came in right on that play for Zay McManus, who got those 2 plays, 24 yards. That position right there might be open all night. You just pick up those yards after yards.
So now Dickerson in the backfield here for the Mustangs, and he's going to get the handoff, and he is wrestled down at the 15-yard line, 2-yard gain. It's going to set up a 2nd down and 8 for Shenandoah as they're driving yet again. Sustained drives here the last couple. I just got to cash it in this time.
Yeah, Mustangs went a little quick there. Looked like they're checking the play call to something else.
So balanced formation, spread formation, and a little counter. And Dickerson breaks a tackle. He's to the 5. He's down to the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. 12-yard gain by Mr. Dickerson, and that's going to be 1st down and goal after a nice gain of 12.
Mustangs going quick here. Quarterback sneak
by Spangler, and a big drive, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Shenandoah. Spangler with an assist from Mr. Dickerson there, and it was a team drive there. McManus, Cullen, Dickerson, and Spangler, and a good job by the offensive line that drive.
Yeah, just kind of spreading the ball out. Let the ball get out in spaces. Let your players make plays. Let the ball get out on the wide edges. Let the speed work, and just kind of keep that offense flowing. Open it up a little bit, and hopefully that opens up the run game a little bit more like it did when we got down here farther into the red zone.
So now Seth Zwickel on to attempt the PAT. It is up, and it is good. So with 1 second to go in quarter number 1, we are all square. We got a ball game here in Page County. We'll be back in 60.
So many ways that I think Iowa has helped, but I think most importantly to us, it's continuing to engage with us.
When we came together, we both felt like we would bring a couple things from our past into the present, and that one of those was their Courage on the Court event.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
We're back here in Shenandoah. There will be one play before we get to the end of the first quarter, and it will be a kickoff from Zwickel, as there's just 1 second to go, and we got ourselves a brand new ball game here at 7-7. And Zwickel kicks this one off. This one's a high kick that goes down at about the 17-yard line. And really good coverage in there. Really nice tackle by the freshman Lucas Major, and that's a really good exclamation point on what was ended up being a quality first quarter for Shenandoah. We'll step aside, end of one. We'll be back for quarter number 2 in Shenandoah, all tied at 7 apiece.
I always was fascinated with working on vehicles ever since I was a little kid. I went to college for it, and it's just fun. To me, it's like an adult with a puzzle. When you can take the vehicles apart and you put them back together. The most rewarding thing about our business is just having customers be happy when they leave. It's everything. If you have people leave and they're unhappy, you have no business.
We are back here in Shenandoah. Roadman 7-7 all square. We kind of figured it would be a close game, back and forth battle. West Central Valley marched all the way down the field with ease on the opening drive, but couldn't really do much the rest of the quarter. Shenandoah struggled early, but then really found their sea legs at the end of the first quarter. So pretty back and forth game so far.
Yeah, just the Mustangs on that last drive kind of spreading the ball out and scoring, and then we'll see what the Wildcats can do. This is kind of what their first drive kind of started like, a little bit better, some better field position, but their goal here is just kind of keep those drives consistent, and they're hoping to punch one in.
So I formation, I'd look for some sort of a belly here. They like to run that, and they're going to run a little sprint out, and that's not going to work. You got to stick with your bread and butter if you're West Central Valley. I formation last week, they ran that formation 15 times. Do you know what they ran out of that formation all 15 times?
I do not.
Counter.
Oh, yeah.
Every time.
Makes sense.
And there's a reason why that play didn't work.
Yeah.
Because they don't run that play.
Yeah.
Second down, we'll take it.
Yes.
Second down and 10. Back into that wing T formation. Robinson and Edgington. And there you got your little power sweep, and Edgington breaks a tackle, but then a big hit by Ethan Laughlin, a loss of 2 yards. Shenandoah figuring some things out on defense. I kind of figured West Central Valley would try to hit the edges because that really worked a couple years ago against this team, but it's just not working anymore. It was working early, but not anymore. Shenandoah is getting to the edges.
Yeah, just the Mustangs, that secondary kind of, and those linebackers getting out on the edges, and you just saw on that last play, D lineman kind of snook in, shook him up, slowed him down a little bit, which led those backers kind of to flow into the backfield and make that tackle.
So now shotgun formation, split back, and got a screen set up, and there's blockers out in front, but a really nice tackle. Good job of coming up out of the secondary to make that tackle. I believe that was Thompson again. Guy's playing like his hair's on fire. It was a gain of 6 yards, but it's going to set up a 4th and 6, and Shenandoah is set to get the ball back with all the momentum in the world here at the beginning parts of quarter number 2.
Yeah, let's see if their punter can. Their goal here is to kind of put one deep, but should return it with some good field position. The Mustangs want to go back-to-back drives and use what worked last drive.
And you got the punt away. It is an end-over-end wobbler, and Cullen makes the catch at the 44-yard line, and Shenandoah will scrimmage from there 56 yards away from taking the lead here, Broadman.
Yeah, just you see that rugby-style punt. That punter just kind of held on a little bit longer. It gets the hairs to stick up a little bit when he just kind of wiggles out like that to the outside. And so just don't be too afraid to look away from that if they got a little bit to gain and they need some momentum.
Really good crowd on hand here tonight as I'm sticking my head out of the press box. It's loud, so it's a pretty good crowd. Good to see. Trips formation as the Wildcats struggled to get somebody on the field late, as that was number 51 there coming on, and that is Cale Godwin coming on late for the Wildcats, and it didn't really matter as it was no gain on the play as Foster was tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like one of the big boys up front needed a little breather since he probably more than likely plays both sides of the ball, so he's back in, so that hopefully should shut down that inside. That inside was pretty closed up last play. Foster tried to cut it back to our side of the field and just got swallowed up.
So second down 10, 9:50 to go until halftime. Spangler tried on the quick screen, and they didn't see it, and you can't hold it on those quick screens. It's just not designed to be held, as that's a sack. It'll go down as a loss on the play of 5 yards. So it'll be third down and 15, and unfortunate there for the Mustangs.
Yeah, those plays, you can't really hold on to it. There's a lot of guys coming behind you, and you don't see them, and that could be a little forced fumble there. But Mustangs third and long.
So third and long, 15 yards to go. They got to get to the opposite 46-yard line. Spangler runs away from pressure, and Foster dropped it, and he had a slew of Mustang blockers out in front, as that will be an unfortunate incompletion there because he might still be running.
Yeah, just a great play design there. They got what they wanted. They got him out in space. Just got to catch it first, and then worry about the rest of the play after. But unfortunate for the Mustangs. Gonna have to punt this one away probably here and make the Wildcats go the length of the field.
So Scammon punting from the 39, flag on the play. I'm assuming that's going to be a procedural play on Shenandoah. Guessing they didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. It may be a situation where you almost maybe want to make them punt it again, but we'll see. Looks like there's a man down on the field. It was Narragon, I believe, that came down a little awkwardly on the return, but it looks like he's up and looks like he's okay. See what the call is. Yeah, it's going to be essentially a procedural. They didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage, so they have two options here. They can force them to go back 5 and re-kick, or they can have it tacked on to the end of the return. We'll see what they do. They'll decline the penalty. So I guess you don't have two options in high school. So I digress. If your dad was up here, he would have already told me that.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on.
I'm not as good as him.
Don't tell him. He's going to listen to this. Don't tell him you said that.
Yes. Wildcats got to go the length of the field here. Let's see if they can put a drive together.
Yep, 70 yards to take the lead, as it's going to be shotgun formation, but a tight shotgun here with Robinson as a wing. And motion in the handoff, and there's a lot of blockers, but an inside-out pursuit and a good stiff arm. It's going to give Osberg a pretty nice gain, about 10 yards. They'll give him just over 10, so it's a first down. And moving the chains on that first play, a really nice sweep for West Central Valley.
Just kind of what the Mustangs did when they scored. Get the ball out in space, get blockers out in front, and just kind of let them run around people.
So there's your belly to Robinson. Nothing there. Good play in there by, that was big number 72 in your programs. And number 72 is Owen Noakes. Really nice play in there by the sophomore. It's going to set up a second down and 10.
Yeah, just after they got that first down there, that's good play for the Mustangs to come out and make that tackle and make them kind of work for this a little bit more.
So back in that wing T formation, and a handoff straight up the middle, and a nice power run, but only for a couple of yards, so good job by the interior of that Mustang defensive line. Pick up just 2, so it's going to set up a third down and 8.
Yeah, Mustangs want to kind of keep him back. Don't let him get up. A little 5-yard gain and make it 4th and short. Anywhere in that range. You don't want to give him a chance. Don't give him the thought of maybe going for this with 7 minutes to go in the half. Make him punt it away to you. Make him just not even think about it. Get a stop right here at the line of scrimmage.
So Robinson in motion. It's going to be a toss sweep. And a lot of blockers out in front, and it's a close enough play, and they're close enough to midfield that may set up an interesting 4th down situation here. That's going to be about a 4-5-yard gain, sets up a 4th down, and about, we'll call it a long 3, we'll call it 4.
Looks like they're keeping most of the guys on offense on the field. Just a little bit more subs when the punt team comes on. So we'll see what they do here. Maybe try to work back towards us, the wide side of the field, get somebody out and running.
So 4th down and 4, and pitch to the side back, and that's going to be a first down. Really good play call, as that was Narragon on the carry. He picked up just enough, picked up 4 yards, and that's a first down. And kind of a back-breaking play, but Mustangs got to regroup. Nobody scored, but they just couldn't get the ball back.
Yeah, that would have been right where you wanted it if you're the Mustangs. Would have had 7 minutes coming back down the field, gives you enough time, not really in a rush to just put a complete drive together, but now they got to keep the defense on the field and get a stop.
So 1st and 10, new set of downs, play action, pass. We got a waggle, we got a wide open receiver on this near side, caught at the 25-yard line and tiptoeing the sidelines out of bounds at the 11 as Dalton Clayton picks up 10, 20, 30, 8 yards on the play. Really nice little waggle. They run that play a lot, and that's a big first down. So now 1st and 10, just outside the 10-yard line. They can get a first down as they get a pitch to the halfback, and he dances through some traffic. He gets down to the 1-yard line. Are they going to call him in or down? And they'll call him in. I don't know how he saw that from where he was, but they called him in for a touchdown. So it's going to be an 11-yard score for Narragon, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and a very impressive drive for West Central Valley. That critical 4th down conversion, and then the big pass play on that waggle, which we talked about before the game. I said that, and I mean everybody that watched the film knew that they were going to run that, but wide open, big play, and chance to go up by 7 here.
Yeah, just obviously that play works. I mean, the Mustangs after this going to have to put a drive together.
And the extra point attempt by Gerling is good. So with 6:10 to go until halftime, Mustangs down by 7. We'll be right back in 60 seconds. We're back here in Shenandoah, 14-7, good one here in Page County. Beautiful night for football. If you are at home and you're within the city limits and you're close, come on down. It's a beautiful night, big crowd on hand, at least on the home side. Sparse crowd over for West Central Valley, but that's kind of to be expected there. A little bit of a jaunt. I mean, it is on the West Central side of the valley. As the kick is away from Gerling. And Cullen will corral it at the 17-yard line. Cullen runs into his blocker and goes down at the 29-yard line. So a 12-yard return and then a late flag on the play. And that is going to be, I believe, on Shenandoah. That's going to be on, I believe, Hunter Swank. I believe that's going to set the Mustangs back with a personal foul or unsportsmanlike there, as there was some extracurricular going on after the play.
Yeah, just two kids coming up and hitting each other, and just, I mean, that's right. That's football right there. Just everyone's trying to punch each other in the mouth, and I mean that's
it's offsetting. So that's, at least they got both guys there. I mean, you'd hate to see it. You hate to see it anyway, but you definitely hate to see it one side or the other. If both guys were going after it, get them both. and then 2 unsportsmanlikes, and they're out of the game. So each of them have their first. So we will scrimmage at the 30-yard line, 70 yards from pay dirt, 6:04 to go in the first half. Lots of time left, lots of options. The full menu is available for the Mustangs offense. Balanced spread formation. Now Foster moves over to the left side of the offense. And it's a read, and Foster fumbles the football down at the 30-yard line, picked out by West Central Valley, and that is a big, big turnover. Now both teams with a turnover. That is Cale Godwin recovering the fumble at the 30-yard line. Tough break, as a really good job of just getting hands on the ball, and good recognition by Godwin to pick it up, and now West Central Valley's got an opportunity to go up by 2 scores here.
Yeah, that's not what that's just unfortunate for the Mustangs there. You had your chance there to get back in this ball game. Now you're kind of putting a lot of pressure on your defense.
Wing formation, and they'll do the reverse to the wing back, and really good pursuit on the backside as Ethan Laughlin and Cole Graham make a really nice play in the backfield, as that was Osberg losing 5 big yards, and really good play by 2 really good athletes on the defensive side for Shenandoah.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to kind of sneak something, try to get a big play on first down there, and the Mustangs just swallowed it up in the backfield.
Both teams very up and down so far in this first half. Big plays and then big minus plays here. 2nd down, 15, and the fake handoff, and they've got 3 verticals, and they're going deep down the middle, and just too long for Osberg. And that's going to be a 3rd down now and 15. And not a lot of plays in the playbook for 3rd and 15, but this is a 4-down territory situation, so maybe, hey, let's pick up half. Let's try to pick up 6, 7, 8 yards and then give us a chance on 4th down.
Yeah, the Mustangs play good defense there. Now you're kind of applying some pressure to West Central Valley. Like, what's the play here? Do you go down for it on 4th down and give us back the ball, or try to get it here? Or
I would run the ball. I mean, me personally, I would run the ball, but they are in a passing formation, and a timeout's going to be called by Shenandoah. So they call their 2nd timeout of the first half. We will step aside. We'll take one with them. 5:13 to go until halftime. Crucial play early in this ball game. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This very moment, a board-certified surgeon specializing in female pelvic medicine and reconstructive surgery is scrubbing up in a newly remodeled surgical center full of the latest technology to give a woman a chance to take back control over her body. It will take less than an hour. There will be minimal recovery time, and afterwards, she'll start to feel normal again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
We're back here in Shenandoah, 3rd down and 15. Broadman, we talked about it just before the break, before the timeout. Saw the formation, did Coach Ratliff, called a timeout, wanted to make sure he had the right play set up, the right conversation had with his guys. What are we thinking here? Put the coach's hat on. Are you trying to get the full 15 here? Are you trying to chunk it? What are we trying to do here?
I mean, they saw success running the ball, but if they showed on that first play they didn't really want to get too much, I would guess they'd probably run the ball, try to pick up maybe 6 or 7, and give yourself a chance at 4th down. They haven't showed success with passing besides that one play.
A Gerling play action pass. He's going to go deep on the wheel route, and incomplete flag on the play. And they're going to call pass interference on Brody Cullen, and that is a big play, as Edgington had a little bit of a step. And in high school football, face guarding is kind of a thing. You can't really do that. Never really turned around, kind of ran into him there right at the end. Looked like tough break for Shenandoah.
Yeah, I mean, he played good defense. He did what he was supposed to, knock the ball down. I mean, you see the receiver put his hands up, you're going to put your hands up too. And just an unfortunate break. You got to kind of make a play at the ball as a defensive back.
So now it's going to set up, not an automatic 1st down, but it's going to set up, we're going to replay the down. So it's going to be 3rd down and a yard here, because it's not an automatic in high school. So a little bit of a break there, but still a much more advantageous situation here for West Central Valley. The whole menu's open for them offensively.
Yeah, I mean, you just knock that ball down, 4th and 15, make them really work for something. But Mustangs got to come up here, make a big stop here, hopefully 2 plays in a row, and stop that ball at the line of scrimmage.
Quarterback sneak right up the middle, and that will be enough with a 2-yard gain from Girling. And that'll be first down for West Central Valley at we'll call it the 19-yard line, as Girling's just second carry on the night. It's going to bring up first. I'm getting heckled here by some of my employees, and I'm not a big fan of that. So first down and 10. Girling pitches to the halfback, and he gets drug out of bounds after a gain of, we'll call it 6 yards. And that was an Aragon for 6 yards, 28. Sorry, everybody at home. I was getting heckled. It's okay to get heckled, but I was getting heckled by some Shenandoah High School graduates from just last year who are now employees of Doug Meyer Chevrolet. How about that?
Just kind of random. They start talking. It's funny.
Started kind of yelling at me. I didn't really appreciate that, but that's going to be a gain of, we'll call it 6. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 4, and Robinson, the big, powerful fullback, goes ahead for another 6 yards, and that'll be a first down. And now we are, Broadman, we are first down and goal at the 6-yard line, and the clock is ticking, 4:40 and counting until halftime.
Yeah, you're just going to probably see some power football from the Wildcats. Just get downhill, gain yard after yard after yard. Hopefully take some time off this clock and punch one in.
And there's the pitch. And off to the left side, and Naragon couldn't quite get into the end zone. He's going to pick up, see where they spot him here. They're going to spot him down at about the 2-yard line, so he's going to pick up 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and goal. It is defensive stand time here for the maroon and white. Shenandoah's got to make some plays, and West Central Valley hitting the edges here on this drive.
Yeah, just looking to take some time off and run that football, and that's what they continue to do here.
Belly play from Robinson out of that formation that they really like to run that belly, and it was stuffed for maybe a gain of a yard. So now big-time play, 2 downs probably here to get 1 yard as the ball is inside the 1-yard line, and you got to figure quarterback sneak, hand it to Robinson. Robinson's a big physical back. We'll see, and Gehring's a really big quarterback, and he bobbled the snap, but he does end up getting in for the touchdown. So Girling bobbled the snap. It was a quick snap, and I don't think he was quite ready for it. Almost disastrous for West Central Valley, as that was kind of anticlimactic there. I was still kind of talking, and quarterback sneak it in, and 3:25 to go in the first quarter. Still a long game left, Brody. We've shown we can move the ball. We don't need to start packing up and going home. We just got to stop the leaking on defense. And West Central Valley's kind of doing what they do. They find a couple plays that work, and they keep running them.
Yeah, just kind of sticking with it. It's just a 3 to 5 plays this half that the Mustangs let it get away from. And if they kind of contained those plays, made the play on them, and they would be, you never know, up 21-7 going into halftime here. But just those couple plays where the Mustangs penalty and just don't get a 4th down and get good field position and don't really get anywhere with it. But those are the plays the Mustangs have to make if they want to win football games.
So 21-7, 3:25 to go until halftime. We'll step aside for 30. We'll be right back. Back in Shenandoah, 21-7, Wildcats out in front, 3:25 to go until halftime. Mustangs with 1 timeout, but the clock stops in high school football when you get a first down, so you still probably have the full playbook at your disposal. Don't need to to panic at this moment. Hopefully we can get a good return from a couple of those deep backs. As that's a big kick, big leg down at the 6-yard line and picked up at the 4 by Scammon. Scammon gets to the outside. He's to the 30, down to the 35, and steps out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Just what we needed. Got a really nice return from Scammon, almost a 30-plus yard return. We'll take it. And now you shrink the field a little bit with 3:17 to go until halftime. The playbook is available, right? You don't need to panic. Calm the troops. If you're the quarterback, calm the troops, and let's just matriculate it down the field, right?
Yeah, I mean, that really helps you out. Not having to go the full length from like the 20 or the 15 or the 25. You got a little bit less room to go, and a good return by Cole Scammon just to stay patient with the ball, find the lane, and just explode out of there and get a good return.
Shenandoah may have to burn a timeout here. They're under 10 on the play clock. Late getting on the field was Cole Graham. Now 5 on the play clock. 3, 2. They do get the play off. Spangler back to pass. He steps and fires, and caught by Cohen. Cohen makes the catch at the 36-yard line, and he is down at the 27-yard line. Big play. That is a 35-yard pitch and catch.
Yeah, just kind of a little forward verts look action there. Brody Cole's looking for the ball. The senior just excited to go get one. And Mustang's going quick.
So again, 1st and 10, balanced formation, handoff to Foster, who has a little bit of room there and picks up probably his biggest gain of the night, picks up 4 yards there, and I'll set up a 2nd down and manageable.
You've seen that every now and then. The Mustangs get kind of that explosive play and just trying to keep the Wildcats on their heels and try to get one after another and keep this offense moving.
2nd down, 6, 2:40 to go until halftime. Spangler drops back, gets it to his outside receiver, Scammon. Scammon tries to make a play, ends up going backwards, and then he'll end up losing yardage there. So that's going to be actually, looks like maybe a loss on the play. Nope, just kidding. Going to be a gain of about a yard on the play, 2 yards, we'll call it. So 3rd down and 4 for Shenandoah.
You really want to get this 1st down conversion here to get that clock stopped, so you have some time to settle in, and really big play here.
So it's now 3rd down and 4, and Spangler outside hitch to Graham. Graham makes the catch. It's a 1st down. It's going to be a gain of about 6. So really nice play, good pitch and catch. The ball's getting out of his hand quickly on these mirrored routes, and I think that's kind of what you talked about earlier, the quick passing game. The ball's getting out of the hand quickly for Spangler.
Yeah, just kind of going quick here again for the Mustangs.
And now a quarterback design run, and drug down was Spangler, and looks like maybe a yard on the play. We'll say no gain. This is going to bring up 2nd and 10. We are now at 2 minutes to go until halftime. Plenty of time for Shenandoah.
Yeah, the Mustangs there tried to go with the QB draw. It looked like he had it lane, and just defensive lineman stuck his arm out and got him and drug him down.
2nd down, 10 yards to go. Spangler drops back, steps, fires, got the slant off the hands of Cole Graham. Great throw. And again, ball's getting out on time. And those mirrored routes, that makes it easy for a quarterback. You just pick a side and you read your keys. And he made a really good read, made a really good throw just off the hands of Cole Graham.
I think if you just kind of stick with that right there and go with a maybe quick passing route, try to pick up a couple, the halfway, a little bit more than halfway, puts you in a good position for two down territory here.
Yeah, 1:50 to go. Run is available, pass is available. You got a timeout. Lots of options here deep in Wildcat territory. Cullen in motion, makes it trips, and Spangler rolls to the left, floats it, and intercepted. Intercepted again, but there's a flag on the play. There may be a defensive penalty on the play. We'll hold right here at the moment. It's an interception by Osberg. It'll be his 2nd of the night. We'll see what the flag actually is as they do some discussion here.
Yeah, you saw 2 flags. They might have saw the same thing, might have saw different things.
They're going to decline it. It was a hold. So it was a hold on Shenandoah there. But I really liked, like you had said, the quick passing. I think that just makes it a lot easier for a fresh new quarterback. half-field reads is great, but sometimes that makes the ball get out late because you're running and the ball gets out late. You see it, you take a couple more steps and then throw it, which is what happened right there and what happened on the interception to Cullen on the wheel route earlier. But these just kind of one-step slant outs or hitches or however they're running these mirrored routes, it really seems to take the thinking out of it for Spangler. Just think before the snap and then just react afterwards.
Yeah, so just know who you're looking for on those routes and get the ball in their hands.
Yep, absolutely. So now, after the interception and the declined penalty, 144 and all 3 timeouts for West Central Valley, probably a quarterback sneak here. Yes, it is, and Gerling gets up to about the 5-yard line, so he'll pick up, we'll say 1, 2, 3 yards on the play. So it brings up 2nd and 7, and I think they're probably okay to go into the locker room where they're at right now. If they can pop a big one, they'll probably be a little more aggressive. But right now, just pretty content to go into the locker room here up by 7.
Yeah, just keep running the ball. Don't lose any yards. Just kind of run that clock out. The Mustangs didn't call a timeout there. And so let's just keep running that football for the Wildcats.
So we're just under 1:10, and Gerling under center, and he's taking his time, 5 seconds on the play clock, and he'll run another quarterback sneak, and he gets out to about the 8-yard line. So another 3 yards on the play. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 4, and we will get a timeout for Shenandoah, so they will have no timeouts remaining. 53 seconds to go until halftime. We got to pay some bills. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
We're back here. 3rd down and 4. I can't imagine you're going to see much of anything crazy here. No more timeouts left for Shenandoah, so you got to imagine you're probably going to keep it on the ground. It may not be a quarterback sneak, but you're going to keep it on the ground. You don't want any big mistakes deep in your own territory. You don't want to give Shenandoah, don't want to give the home team any life before break. Maybe if, like I said, if they pop one, maybe they will call a timeout and try to go a little quicker. But right now, I think they're pretty content, as we said before break, just to go into the locker room up by 7.
Yeah, I mean, it's 3rd down here. If they don't pick this up, probably going to be very little time left on the clock.
And a pitch to the far side, and that's going to actually be enough, it looks like, from the far line judge for a 1st down. And, yeah, they are going to move the chains. So 1st and 10, and that's a 4-yard gain for Edgington.
So, yeah, just clock staying still here because it's a 1st down. So it looks like just they're just going to run this ball probably out of the half.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably just take a knee right now if you don't have to run a play because, like I said, no more timeouts for Shenandoah. But looks like they may try to run something here. Gerling will pitch it again to the far tailback, and he is wrestled down for no gain, and that will be the final play of the 1st half. So 10 seconds and counting, and West Central Valley will not run another play. So we will go to halftime. Shenandoah had all the momentum at the end of the quarter, into the 1st quarter. The 2nd quarter, all Wildcats. Shenandoah had pockets of momentum, but 2 big turnovers in that 2nd quarter kind of spelled disaster for Shenandoah as they head into the break. We're going to step aside. We're going to pay some bills. We'll come back with a little halftime analysis from the Broadman, and then we'll step away for some silent time. We'll be right back.
United Group Insurance is a team of insurance professionals who help their customers confidently choose the coverage best for them. UGI offers great products at great prices to shop for home, auto, life, health, business, farm, and crop insurance needs. Save money by comparing plans from providers such as Nationwide, Auto Owners Insurance, North Star Mutual, and more. Our team has over 100 years of combined experience and offers assistance from our convenient Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah offices. Learn more at unitedgroupins.com.
So many ways that Bank Iowa has helped, but I think most importantly to us, it's continuing to engage with us.
When we came together, we both felt like we would bring a couple things from our past into the present, and that one of those was their Courage on the Court event.
We're back here in Shenandoah, 21-7, the halftime score, Broadman. Let's go back to those three keys of success. What was the first key? Offensive line play. Okay, we've seen pockets of that, right?
Offensive and defensive line just show some growth from week 1 to week 2.
And really, West Central Valley has not been getting big chunks on the ground up the middle. They've been getting it on the edges today. So I think there's been some progress there. Step 2, the quick passing game, we've seen little wrinkles of that. Not enough maybe, but little pockets of it. And then 3, secondary play. What are your assessments on that? Have they been able to come up and help a little bit?
Yeah, you've seen certain drives where the Wildcats kind of get swallowed up. They can't get it up the middle really by the defense line stepping up, and then those backers and cornerbacks and safeties come up and make those tackles on the edges, and they can't really get anything going. They just have to keep that going, keep the outside contained, make them work for those yards, yard after yard.
So some adjustments to be made by both coaching staffs here. At half, we still have 2 quarters left to go. A lot of game left. Shenandoah will get the ball to start the third quarter. We're going to step aside. We're going to go to the little boys' room. We're going to go get ourselves something to drink, and we'll come back for what should be a very entertaining second half here from Shenandoah High School football field and Ray Graves track. We'll be back right after these messages. We're back here in Shenandoah. We're getting really close here to starting quarter number 3, getting ready to start the second half. Broadman got some halftime stats to break down here. For West Central Valley, 21-7, 105 yards on the ground on 28 carries, and 51 yards through the air on just 3 of 5. And on the flip side for Shenandoah, just 61 yards on the ground on 17 carries, 5 for 10 through the air, 56 yards. But I'd say the big stat, 2 turnovers for Shenandoah, just 1 for West Central Valley. And both of those turnovers for Shenandoah, one resulted in an immediate touchdown for West Central Valley, whereas the other one resulted in Shenandoah not capitalizing and scoring deep in Wildcat territory.
Yeah, you just saw the one Mustang turnover that they got, interception, had great field possession, just didn't capitalize. That's if we can punch that in, that would really have helped us out early in the game. And then the 2 turnovers for the Mustangs. One, we were in the red zone, close to scoring in the second half, and then the fumble after we got a stop on defense, and just that kind of led them down the field to punch one in. So just the 2 turnovers in comparison, the Wildcats have executed and made those big plays when it mattered the most, and the Mustangs have not in that first half.
I mean, it hasn't been an overly pretty offensive game for either side. West Central Valley just over 150 total yards. Shenandoah just over about 110, almost 120. So, I mean, both sides leave a little bit to be desired offensively. But, again, credit to the defenses. They've played fairly well. Shenandoah's got some leakage there on the edges, and West Central Valley's found that. But it looks like West Central Valley may have some leakage in the back end. Shenandoah had some success late in that second quarter, moving the ball down the field in that quick passing game.
Yeah, just the Mustangs' defense. I mean, the 21 points, which is tough to kind of put it all on them. I mean, they've kind of, the offense kind of given up giving up the field position battle to them. And so the Mustangs defense, they made the stops kind of like spotty every now and then, and they're going to have to play a great second half here and hopefully give that offense a chance to kind of go down and punch it in. We will need a great first drive here to hopefully kick it off the second half, and hopefully the Mustangs can punch one in to get right back into this ball game.
Yeah, every drive's a big drive here in the second half, down by 2 scores. But if you can make that 1 score real quick, that'd be great. As the kickoff for the second half is underway, and Cullen picks it up, and he squirts away from a few tackles, bounces around, and is tackled at the 36-yard line by a host of Wildcats. But good field position for Shenandoah at their own 36-yard line, where they'll start their scrimmage with 11:52 to go in the third quarter, and a lot of football left. Shenandoah again with the ball, down by 2 scores. Big drive here offensively. You know, what worked in the first half, what didn't work. Hey, if it didn't work, let's throw it out, right? What worked, okay, let's expand on that. How can we expand on that? Well, this is that same formation they were running at the end of the first half. That spread balance formation. We'll see what they come out in here. First play is a handoff up the middle, and that's a nice run, really good run up the middle. Straight handoff to Foster, 8 yards, his biggest gain of the night. You know, they've tried the 3 receivers to one side quite a bit tonight, but in that nice drive at the end of the first half that ended up with a turnover, they're really running this balanced spread formation that it seemed to work out pretty well for them.
Just get the short passes and open up that run game.
And Foster the play fake, and Spengler gets a couple of yards. Looks like he's going to have enough for the first down.
It'll be close. Yep, they gave it to him, first down Mustangs.
Perfect. Exactly as I called it. So first down, 2-yard gain for Spengler, as he now has 27 yards on the ground to lead the Mustangs on 9 carries. So about 3 yards a pop, not a lot of explosives, but helping move the ball down the field. So now 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Again, that balanced formation. Foster to the right of Spengler. And the handoff to Foster. Foster met at the line of scrimmage and loses a yard. Now that one took a little bit too long to develop, and some penetration in the backfield by the Wildcat defense, and that's a loss of 1.
Yeah, just ran right into the defense. They were right there ready for it, and just 2nd and 10 here. 2nd and 11, 2nd and 10. The Mustangs got to gain something here to kind of keep that offense flowing. You don't want to stall out right here midfield. You want to keep it rolling. Keep getting yards every now and then.
So now second down, 11 to go, 10:30 to go in quarter number 3. Spangler drops back, quick throw, over the middle, caught by McManus, and McManus to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! Mustangs, really great throw and a really great catch. That is a 55-yard pitching catch from Spangler to McManus, and just like that, Broadman, it's a one-possession game.
Yeah, McManus in the first half kind of had some explosive plays there. Finally broke one up on the middle on those short passes. I mean, that wasn't a design pick play, but he got that quick slant right there with a kind of an outwards route there on that left side, just looking for that one route. Just put the ball in the numbers and let your speed guys get open in space.
What's really nice about mirrored routes is it's one read, right? He's reading the flat defender. If the flat defender goes with the flat route, you throw the slant. If he stays with the slant, you throw the flat. Makes it pretty easy, pretty simple, and football's not that complicated. You know, it's great when people stop making it complicated, right? And that was a really good play design. Really, really good job by Shenandoah to get back on the board, down by a touchdown, and we will be back here in 60.
Pella Corporation in Shenandoah is growing. Pella is a family-owned company and has a strong heritage that started in 1925. Pella offers a strong benefit package, competitive wages, quarterly bonuses, profit sharing, and more. Pella has a decreased overtime schedule. You'll never work on Sundays, and you will have at least 2 Saturdays off each month to spend more time with your family. Go to careers.pella.com to see what jobs are available and apply today. Experience is not necessary, as Pella will provide training. Pella is an equal opportunity employer.
We're back here in Shenandoah. Zwickle set to kick off for Shenandoah as they are now back within 7, and the kickoff is bobbled back there, and really good job on the coverage as that's going to be down at the 21-yard line for the Wildcats. The momentum, old Mr. Momentum Broadman may be changing his address.
And that's the second tackle. Big return man kind of bobbled that one. Second tackle by freshman Lucas Major to come up and make the play right when the ball's in his hands. Don't give him any chances to kind of break one loose and make him go the length of the field.
Definitely 3 phases to the game of football. Offense and defense are important, but special teams, very, very important. So good job by Lucas Major making a contribution as the Wildcats on the little sweep to the outside, and that's been their bread and butter tonight, and that's a 4 to 5 yard gain, and that's kind of been the way it's been all night as Edgington picks up 5. Now he leads all Wildcats with 41 yards now in the game officially, because I have the official stats, on 7 carries.
Yeah, they're going to try to keep working the run game, try to punch one in.
So second down and about 5. Again, that wing T formation. 9:40 to go in quarter number 3. And there's your belly handoff up the middle to Robinson. He barrels through for a gain of about 9, and that's going to be a first down. Really, really good first couple of plays as an answer for the Wildcats, as it looks like we've got a man down, and it's a member of the Wildcats there. Don't have a number. Did you see the number, Broadman?
I'm not, but I do see on the scoreboard, though, it is 21-13, so I think an extra point might not have been good. That's what they have. I'm not questioning you, but I thought.
Hey, Denny, did they miss that extra point? Okay. Old Denny, he's a pro. I'm an amateur. He's a pro. So, good call, Broadman. I'm with it.
Yeah, I just saw that on the score. I was a little bit confused. I thought it was up and good, but I guess not.
And it does look like we got our first bout of cramps tonight for either side. That's Robinson for West Central Valley, and that's not a good sign. And they do have some other backs that they can use, but he's their big bruiser when they need some yards inside.
Yeah, he's the go-to guy if they want to kind of pound it up the middle and not kind of really get out to the edges. But picks up the first down, and here comes the Wildcats.
So now 1st and 10, and there's your sweep now to the field. And good pursuit, but a missed tackle. And that's going to still be a gain of just a couple, but it could have been a tackle for loss. But just a missed tackle in the backfield, but still a good play by Shenandoah's defense, just a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, just picked up 2 there. That's a good first play for the Mustang defense to come up and make a tackle in space and not let them blow that up for 5 or 6 yards and put them in a good position on second down. Keep the second downs long and make them work for each play, every down, make them work for it. So second and long here.
So 8:45 to go in the third quarter. Wing T formation for the Wildcats. Sprint out by Gerling. He's looking for a man. He's got some pressure in his face. He throws it. It's complete. Nice pitch and catch by Dalton Clayton. And they're going to say, no, it was incomplete. It was jarred loose at the last second. Good play by Shenandoah. It was a great throw. And it looked like he had it initially, but the contact knocked it out.
Yeah, just a great play design for the Wildcats, getting them out in space, letting the quarterback out, let them read each receiver, and they just put around the numbers. Just better defensive play by the Mustangs to kind of pop that ball up and make it third and long here.
So now 3rd down and 8, 8:33 to go. Ball on the Wildcat 34-yard line, up by 8. So it's still one possession, but an 8-point game as opposed to a 7-point game as I was figuring before. Now motion by Clayton, and we're going to get a flag on the play, and that's going to be, looks like a motion there, yeah.
Far side wide receiver, I did not think was set out there when he went out to motion.
So it's going to be a free 5 yards for Shenandoah's defense, and they'll take it. It's now 3rd and 13, and for a team that at times struggles to get the chunk plays, setting them back behind the chains, advantage Shenandoah here. Got to capitalize and get that ball back and keep the momentum.
Yeah, just big play here. Don't let them get too much. Just contain, play smart. No penalties for the defense. Don't want to give them anything free here. Just play well here. You'll get the ball back to your offense that just went down and scored. And just nothing. Don't do too much here for the Mustang defense.
Got that wing formation, play action, Gerling steps, fires, and that's going to be a flag, I imagine. No call. Spangler definitely got there early on Clayton, but maybe they said the pass was uncatchable. He ran right into him. We're fortunate to have no penalty on that play.
Yeah, big hit. I was kind of watching the backfield a little bit longer. Number 64, I can't remember who that is, but
Rystrom.
Yes, he was down for a little bit after the play, but he looks to be up and good. And Laughlin put a big hit on the quarterback as he was throwing it there. So just a good defense play for the Mustangs, and hopefully get the ball back here.
Something to keep in mind. Looks like Cullen may be having a little hamstring issue. Spangler's now back to return as the rugby-style punt rolls, takes a little bit of a Wildcat bounce to the 42-yard line of Shenandoah. So Shenandoah takes over really good field position, but kind of keep your eye on that, Brody. And all of you at home, hopefully Cullen's okay, but no helmet on right now. So maybe a little less explosive on the outside, but we got other athletes to step up and make some plays.
And Foster down here is looking like he's trying to keep a certain muscle loose here. Maybe his hip. I know he's had an injury with his left hip in the past. He looks like he's just trying to keep it loose, trying to stay in the game late here. Just kind of put the body on the line and show up for your team with Foster and Cullen, two explosive players.
So that will put Dickerson in the backfield, and that'll put Laughlin in at the slot as far as subs for the two guys that are out right now. And in the spread formation, the handoff to Dickerson. He's got a big hole up the middle on the right side, and he's going to pick up 10 yards and a first down. Big run, physical run by Dickerson, and a big hole. Good job by the Hog Mollies up front.
Yeah, just Dickerson, obviously a little bit bigger than Foster. He runs hard, gets downhill, and just picked up a good 10 yards, good first play for the Mustangs. Let's hope they keep this offense rolling and sustain this drive. Don't get caught up in this midfield area where you did in the first half.
So again, that's spread formation, balance formation, and the handoff on the counter to Dickerson. He is stacked up at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play. The one thing that's really nice for a young quarterback with balanced formations, and again, this is that keep football simple. Balanced formations allows the quarterback to read the coverage. When you have an unbalanced formation, sometimes you can roll coverage, you can disguise it a little bit more, but when it's a balanced formation, it kind of forces the defense to declare, and it's cover 3, and it's easy to see, and you know what your reads are. 2nd down and 10, Spangler, another flood pass, nearly intercepted, so that was one of those plays. That's the flat defender, number 33. The flat defender was staying put. That's when you hit the bubble, which was Ethan Laughlin. When they watch that back on film, that's going to be, hey, I made the wrong read there.
Yeah, just kind of threw it a little bit behind the receiver, Cole Graham, but that was not necessarily, he probably saw the little gap and then just missed the flat coverage and just miscue there, so it brings up a long 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10, definitely big playability lately for Shenandoah, so it's makeable, and then roll out to the right. Spangler is going to tuck it and run, and he is going to be wrestled down at about the 44-yard line, 43.5-yard line. Looking at 1, 2, 3 yards on the play, maybe 4. So it's going to be 4th down now, and we'll call it a generous 6. And it's 4-down territory here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, just trusting that defense and just putting the ball in the hands of your players to go out there and make the play. On the close side of the field, probably going to see some maybe roll out here, maybe a screen that they had open in the first half and just didn't complete it. They had the little gap there. Just interested to see what the Mustangs do.
So 4th down, 6. At the 43-yard line, and Spangler, quick boot, nobody back. If that thing dies, that's a really good call. And that is going to die at the 5-yard line, so a great call. Playing field position in a tight game. Good call by Coach Ratliff and company, and good punt by Spangler, the quarterback.
Yeah, just threw one down there, rolled out perfectly. Just great play call. That was just kind of playing the game. Still have 6 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Still have a good amount of time to work with. Down 8. But still a one-possession game here.
It's kind of that Kirk Ferentz model, right?
Yeah.
Every possession ends in a kick. Mm-hmm. Field goal, extra point, or a punt.
Yes.
So 6:07 to go in the 3rd quarter. Mustangs down by 2 touchdowns coming out of the half. They go right down the field right away, and there's a belly. Robinson back in the game. Robinson picked up about a yard on the play, maybe 2. So it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Nice to see Robinson back in the game. You want to see all the players play from both sides. Like, we would like to see Cullen get back in, Foster get back in. Good to see Robinson get back in. It looked like maybe just a cramp issue for him.
Yeah, just kind of got just stretched over the sideline. He's back in the game. He's hungry. He wants the ball, and to get him out of this deep part of their own territory.
And there's a pitch back to Edgington, and he gets driven out of bounds. Nice play by Thompson, who's been everywhere tonight as far as I can see, as far as support in the run game. Just a 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Yeah, just kind of that secondary right there coming up and making the tackle on the outside and slows that that toss gain down. Might see a little play action here. Might just kind of keep it on the ground, test their luck, and just kind of play a little football.
And they'll run the sweep to the far side, and big hole, but not enough initially. The ball did go onto the ground, and I believe West Central Valley recovers. It just kind of depends on where the initial fumble was. Can advance the ball on a fumble. It's going to be a 4th down and a yard, so it was short and deep in your own territory. Looks like the Mustangs will get a stop so long as they don't have any silly penalties here, unless West Central Valley decides to roll the dice.
Yeah, I mean, they've gained yards pretty much almost every play. A couple tosses have been caught up in the backfield, but trying to keep the power football going. And this could be a make or break here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, statement play right here. 4th down and a yard. And a sneak. We'll see the spot. And it looks like from the far line judge, it looks like he's going to be short. But we'll see what they decide here, the officials. They're talking about it. And they're going to give a 1st down without measurement to West Central Valley. And they just needed to get to the 15-yard line. The tip of the ball needed to get just to the 15-yard line. And it looks like the ball is resting on that 15-yard line. So, I mean, it works works mathematically, but tough break for Shenandoah.
Just came up. The defense line kind of did what they did. That just initial push right there.
A really good stand.
Got the ball across. That initial push right away, just off the snap. Got the Bobcats first down.
So brand new set of downs, 1st and 10. You got to toss to the far side, to the field. And flag on the play. You're going to get a hold here on the boundary. So that play will not count. It's going to end up being probably about a first down and 15 or 16. Again, West Central Valley, that game 1 against Panorama, they were really working counter, working belly. Against us, just like a couple years ago, really working toss, really trying to get the edges. Shenandoah has done a pretty good job of shutting down the middle, but toss is just, it's all day. They're just running toss, and sweep, and really trying to get to the field and try to let their athletes run.
Yeah, Cole, good to see here. Colin is back on the field. I can see him out there kind of jogging around, trying to keep those legs loose, and so hopefully he can stay back in this ball game. He's just kind of running around out there trying to keep his legs loose, which is good to see for the Mustangs.
We're going to see where they officially spot this on the hold. That ball's going to go back to the 9-yard line, so it's going to be a full 1st and 16. It's 16, right? That looks like 6. Come on, Brody.
Tough to see here. Colin didn't get the play. He kind of come off. He's trying to keep it loose. He's going to come back to the sideline, hopefully to get back into this football game.
So now 1st down and 16. And you get the little handoff to the far side again. Lots of room, but a broken tackle at the 13-yard line, and then Edgington gets to the 21. So from the 9 to the 21, that's a 12-yard run. And again, that sweep to the field, that's been kind of the bread and butter all night for the Wildcats.
Yeah, just Mustangs got to come up and make a tackle there, and just kind of broke that initial tackle and just kind of got way out into that second level and just kept it going downhill, and that was a good game for the Wildcats.
Edgington now up to 59 yards on 10 carries as they run the sweep here again to the far side, but that's going to be maybe just a gain of a yard, and that was Narragon on the carry. That's his 9th of the night. He now has 35 yards on 9 carries. So after a big gain on 1st down, it's now 3rd down and 3 after a 1-yard gain on 2nd down. But again, your ball's pretty much in the middle of the field. I'd expect to see some sort of an outside run to the right side. That's kind of been what they've been doing, just staying to the field instead of the boundary, and they've had a lot of success going to the field all game.
Yeah, just kind of get out to that wide side of the field. It looks like they got some skilled players back there. That's probably what you're going to expect if you're the Mustangs.
And they'll run a belly to the boundary, and it did not work. It's kind of one of those, if it's working, keep doing it, right? But that's going to be Robinson on the carry. He's going to pick up about a yard. So 4th and 2. And now it's not quite a yard, and they're bringing the punt team on, it looks like.
Yeah, and if you're the Mustangs, this could be a play here where they do have that punter that kind of likes to stroll out there, take his time, the rugby-style punt, and try to boot it down there. He might try to. You never know here. Could take off with one.
And you also got to kind of watch the ball.
Yeah,
an encroachment here or a defensive penalty, it's a free 1st down. And there's too many men in the huddle, so it's going to end up being a penalty and a 5-yard penalty for West Central Valley. Yeah, it was an illegal substitution penalty. So 5 yards back. It really been a muddled drive for West Central Valley. They've had the ball for probably 3 game minutes, but they started at the 9, so they've actually moved a total of 10 yards in like 8 plays.
Yeah, just kind of all over the place for the Wildcats.
Back and forth. So we are set to punt, and that ball is away. Good punt, but returnable for Spangler at the 49. Spangler gets a block. He's to the 35. Down the far sideline, gets another block to the 10, and wrestled down. 40-yard return return for Jade Spangler sets Shenandoah up 1st and goal, down by 8. A really good return, a good punt, but right at the returner, and he got some good blocks.
Yeah, now it's right here. You got to punch one in here and just kind of keep creeping away at it here if you're the Mustangs. You got the kind of momentum back on your side here. Just kind of keep creeping away.
So now 1st and goal after that 40-yard return by Jade Spangler, who wouldn't have been back there had Cullen not had the hamstring injury. So Spangler doing double duty, quarterback, defensive back, and now triple duty as a return man. And he's played a really good game so far this evening, couple interceptions, but beyond that, he's done a really good job here in start number 2 as a quarterback. And there's a timeout called as a play clock was winding down, and we're going to take it with them. Shenandoah avoided a 5-yard penalty, which would have been kind of catastrophic given all the momentum that they just received. So we'll take 30 seconds with them. We'll be back. Mustangs threatening here. Down by 8.
From large projects to daily tasks, we can help at Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah. This is Josh, and we pride ourselves on quality products, knowledge, and service. We're always available for advice on the projects that take years to design or the issues that need fixed in a hurry. And we offer free estimates on anything and everything you need to complete both. When you have a demand, we offer the supply. Miller Building Supply in Shenandoah.
We're back here in Shenandoah. 21-13 has been a good one, Broadman. A lot of swings and momentum, some turnovers, some big plays, some good defensive plays. The latest big play was Jade Spangler's 40-yard punt return to set up Shenandoah 1st and goal at their at the 10-yard line with essentially 4 plays to get 10 yards and try to tie this game up.
Yeah, just kind of right here. Just punch one in, kind of creep your way back into this game here in the second half.
Motion by McManus, pitch out to Foster, and a fumble as the pitch was behind him and high, so it's going to be a loss actually on the play of 9 yards. It's going to be a 2nd down and goal now, and that's actually going to go down as a loss for Foster of 9 yards. Just unfortunate there. And, 1st and goal to 10, now it's 2nd and goal to 19. It's not the end of the world, but now you just made it a little harder.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start getting back at those yards.
Spangler rolling to the wide side of the field, and he's wrestled down. It'll be behind the line of scrimmage, so that'll go down as a sack. The 2nd sack of the night for West Central Valley, loss of a yard. So all the momentum in the world, and now 2 negative plays sets them back 11 total yards, and now what was 1st and goal at the 10 is now 3rd and goal at the 21.
Yeah, it might be field goal time. I know Zwickel has missed that PAT, but I think you don't really want to. There's not too big of a reward for taking that risk if you're still this far out on 4th down.
Spangler rolling again to the wide side of the field, and he's got pressure in his face immediately. He scrambles away, breaks a few tackles, and he's in the clear to the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown! Jade Spangler making something out of nothing. He ran out of 2 or 3 tackles there by West Central Valley defenders, and Jade Spangler, sometimes it's not the X's and the O's, Brody. Sometimes it's the Jimmies and the Joes, and that time the Jimmies and the Joes for Shenandoah just a little bit better than the Wildcats defensively.
Yeah, just kind of Jade Spangler, they were bringing the blitz. They wanted to kind of push him back just that little bit more to kind of keep it away. And the Mustangs here looks like they're going to go for this 2-point conversion to tie this ball game up. With 1 minute and 5 seconds left in this 3rd quarter after an amazing run by Spangler.
So now 1:05 to go, as Broadman said. It's now a 2-point conversion to tie the game, and playing almost 3 full quarters of football, and we're almost right back where we started. And again, see what happens here. The handoff up the middle to Dickerson. Dickerson stoned at the line of scrimmage. So really good defensive stand, and now 2-point lead still for West Central Valley with 1:05 to go. We're going to take a break. We've got to pay bills. We got a fun one. Don't go anywhere if you're sitting at home, or come down here and feel the atmosphere. It's awesome down here. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We're back here in Shenandoah. Broadman, I cut you off pre-break. I feel like you were going to give me some really good insight there.
I mean, I think it was on that 2-point conversion. It was tough. They tried to bring in more of a bigger power style running back with Dickerson, putting him in the game for that 2-point conversion. It was kind of late. The play clock was running down. They kind of weren't getting set up right. I just think it was kind of like after Spangler got that punt return, just not enough time to really get the offense set in and get a good play call and get that first play going like it was on that second 2-point conversion.
It was good. It was good. I agree. And Zwickle kicks it off. It goes kind of into no man's land, bouncing around at about the 18-yard line. Picked up by West Central Valley and bumped out of bounds. We'll see where they spot him. They're going to spot him somewhere around the 33, 34-yard line. Just kidding. They're going to spot him right at the 35. So we are ready to rock and roll at the 35-yard line for West Central Valley with 1 minute to go exactly in the third quarter. West Central Valley has the lead, but Shenandoah, 12 unanswered points here in the third quarter. Second quarter, all West Central Valley. Third quarter so far, all Shenandoah.
Yeah, just Mustangs got to get a good defensive stop here and hopefully get the ball back in their hands, hopefully in the fourth quarter.
First and 10 toss to the field. And nice little move inside the block, and now shaking some tacklers and wrestled down is Narragon. That's going to end up being about a 14-yard run and a first down. That's Narragon's longest run of the night, and now he's got 49 yards on the night, and three different guys for West Central Valley have at least 30 yards. Edgington has 59 yards. Narragon has 49 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Robinson has 31 yards. So balanced attack, and Gerling with the bubble screen to the outside. That they like that play out of that formation, and a pickup of about 6 yards or so. And they don't throw it a lot, but when they do, they run a couple of plays and that they're really comfortable with, and that's Osberg making the catch, gain of 7.
Yeah, just getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands, just getting him out in space and pick up those chunky yards to make it second and kind of short here.
So second down, 3 yards to go. And there's the belly to Robinson. Robinson hit right away by Cole Graham, gain of 2 yards, so sets up an interesting third down. You got to figure your four down territory right here, but 2 plays to get 1 yard, and what they've done all night in these 3rd and 1, 4th and 1s, quarterback sneak, right? I mean, it's hard, you can say it, but it's sometimes still hard to stop it.
Yeah, just kind of getting down line, getting that quick called timeout here.
No, it'll be the end of the quarter. So end of the quarter, folks. We got a good one. There's 12 minutes left to go here in Shenandoah, Iowa. Beautiful Shenandoah, Iowa. And we got a beautiful football game. 21 for the Wildcats of West Central Valley, 19 for your Mustangs. We'll be back in 60 from Shenandoah.
I always was fascinated with working on vehicles ever since I was a little kid. I went to college for it, and it's just fun. To me, it's like an adult with a puzzle. When you can take the vehicles apart and you put them back together. The most rewarding thing about our business is just having customers be happy when they leave. It's everything. If you have people leave and they're unhappy, you have no business.
We're back here in Shenandoah. Start of the fourth quarter, Brody. Got a barn burner. 21-19. Anybody's ball game. Big 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, obviously you want to get that you're expecting that quarterback sneak. It's worked, but, I mean, they got close this time. The last time, we'll see if the Mustangs can get a stop right here.
So 3rd down and a yard. They will hand it off on the belly, and Robinson powers his way. Pickup of about 3, and if you don't want a quarterback sneak it, hand it to your big bruising fullback. And that's his 12th carry. He doesn't have a ton of yards per carry, but if your fullback's giving you 3 yards a pop, he's got 12 carries, 36 yards. I mean, it's productive.
He does the job.
Yeah.
He doesn't get out on the outside. He just gets those couple yards that you need.
It's like Novocaine. Give it time. It always works, right? So 1st and 10 now. Robinson in motion. Going to get a pitch out that way, and there's a penalty as there were probably too many men in motion on that play. Two guys in motion at the same time. Yep, illegal shift is what they're going to call. It's like I've done this before. But by the way, every time that they move Robinson in motion, he's the lead blocker on the toss. I didn't know if you recognize that. They've done that like 3 times every time.
Almost every time.
No, it's not almost every time. Every time.
Every time they get that big fella out in front. He's good at setting the edge over there.
Every time. So now Shenandoah has got to use it here. 1st down and 15 after the penalty of the illegal shift. Too many men in motion. That is illegal. I don't think it's illegal in arena football. Maybe it is.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't watch enough of it.
Seen one game in my life.
I don't really watch any of it. It's probably really entertaining. But we're watching this one. So are the millions watching at home. And there's your play-action pass. Got some pressure behind him. And the throw down the seam. Incomplete. Intended for Micah Speckinger. And Speckinger off the hands. Pretty good ball by Gerling. Just off the hands of Speckinger.
Yeah, just they had that seam right kind of covered, but just put it right on the money. Just were unable to come down with it. Mustangs really got to capitalize on this play right here. 2nd and 15. If they can get a stop here, maybe right at the line of scrimmage, give up 2 or 3 yards. Don't give up a big pass play or a big run to the outside. This is a play right here where we could kind of shift it back and maybe force a punt, maybe force a 4th down play for the Wildcats.
So Gerling in the gun, and jet sweep handoff, and giving up ground is Narragon, and he's going to lose yards. Negative play, 3-yard loss on the play. That was Osberg, sorry. Apologize to the Osberg family. So that's a 3-yard loss. A really, really good play by the defense on the far side. West Central Valley likes to go to the field, and they're sticking to their principles, and it just really good play by Rystrom over there on the far side.
Yeah, just kind of getting on that outside edge and just chasing him. Don't let him get downfield. Just keep chasing him side to side.
So 3rd down and 17. Little bubble screen to Osberg. Breaks a tackle. He's to the 40, to the 35, and wrestled down at about the 32-yard line. So now you're in a situation, you give up about 17 yards on the, well, not 17, excuse me. You give up about 15 yards. So now
looks like they're going to go for
it.
Broken
tackle. You put yourself in that spot where it's 4-down territory again. So 4th down and a long 3 here. And they're going to pitch it to the outside, and a broken tackle, and there he goes down to the 10 and out of bounds is Narragon. Big run, but there is a flag on the play. Could be all for naught. We'll see. Looks like it's in the area of a holding, but that's a big, big penalty if it's on the Wildcats.
Kind of looks like the Wildcats kind of know it. It looks like they're kind of coming back here.
That is a 25-yard play that could be completely wiped out. And it will be. It's going to be a hold on the offense. That is a brutal penalty. Awful time for that. And that will most definitely change the strategy for the Wildcats. Instead of going for it, you got to figure you're going to get probably a punt here and trying to pin Shenandoah deep.
Yeah, that's what it looks like they're doing here. Just bring the punt team out and just hopefully pin us deep and make our offense really work for something here. down 2 with 10-17 left. Just make the offense go the length of the field. Hopefully Spangler can maybe break another one loose here and get a big return out of this.
And we're going to get a timeout on the field. That's the second timeout of the half for West Central Valley, I believe. So we'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Mustangs about to get the ball back with 10-17 to go in the ballgame.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
We're back here in Shenandoah. 10-17 to go. I apologize to the folks listening at home or watching at home. I said that was the second timeout of West Central Valley's. That was just their first, so both teams with 2 timeouts remaining. Still 10-plus minutes to go. Shenandoah about to get the ball back, Broadman. We'll see, as you mentioned before the break, see if Spangler can pop another one here as Shenandoah just 2 points down and, again, set to get the ball back, maybe having to go the length of the field this time. Gerling gets the snap. Again, a rugby. He's going to fake. No, he will kick it. He was looking to throw for just an instant, and that's going to roll all the way down to the 3-yard line. So Shenandoah is going to have to go 97 yards to score a touchdown. Although, again, down by just 2 with a field goal kicker, you get close enough. 3 points gives you the lead, but you know that's not what they're thinking. They're thinking, let's drive down the field and get a score, get 6.
It's been a little bit of time since his offense has been out on the field here for the Mustang. Let's hope they can kind of keep this offense rolling, keep the ball moving down the field, don't stall out anywhere, and put the ball back in West Central Valley's hands, and don't let them take control of the game. Keep the ball in our hands, keep it moving down the field, and let our playmakers make plays.
So 1st and 10, 10:07 to go in the ball game, 97 yards away from pay dirt. And first down, it's a quarterback run right up the middle. Spangler trying to spin away from tacklers, and he gets about 2 yards on the play. So that'll be a second down now and 8. I don't mind that play call. You're deep in your own territory. You don't want to be cavalier with the football. We already have a couple of turnovers. We put the ball on the ground. We've thrown a couple picks. Just let's try to get ourselves out of the shadow of our own end zone, and then we can play some ball.
Yeah, putting Dickerson in here, a bigger running back than Foster. Probably going to hand the ball off here, try to pick up a couple more here on second down.
So second down again, the handoff is to Dickerson. He gets himself up to the 10-yard line, so a 5-yard gain sets up a third down and manageable, which you really like to see. It leaves the playbook open for Coach Christensen and the offensive staff. 3 yards to go, run or pass, anything's available for the Mustangs, for Spangler and company. Again, I really like the formation that they've stayed in most of this second half, that balanced formation. It predetermines the coverage. It makes things a little bit easier on your quarterback to see some things, makes it a little bit easier for your front to see what angles you're going to have to be blocking. And Spangler, quick step, quick throw in, a catch by Ethan Laughlin in the slot, and that is a first down to the 21-yard line.
Yeah, that was just, again, that mirror route. You had McManus on this side, Laughlin on the other side, running that same route. Jay just catch the ball right after the snap, looking at one guy, hits him right in the numbers, catch it. That's an easy first down, easy read for a new quarterback this year. Just easy yards to pick up that first down in the clutch moment there.
First catch of the night for Laughlin, who subbed in for, I believe, Cullen, as we got a quarterback read, and Spangler spins at the 30-yard line, and he picks up another 3 or 4 yards, 12 yards on the gain, and a first down. And Shenandoah way out of the shadow of their own end zone here, Brody. They are moving the ball down the field already at the 34-yard line with 8:30 to go in the ball game.
Yeah, just keep that offense rolling. You don't want to stall out anywhere and give the Wildcats that chance. Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving.
And a handoff up the middle to Dickerson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, but he fights forward for a couple of yards. As you mentioned, more of a power back. He's got some speed, but more of a power back. Contact was made at the line of scrimmage, but he was still able to pick up a couple.
Yeah, just keep it moving here. Just keep that offense moving. Look for those short routes.
Spangler Quick read, throws to the slot again, caught again by Laughlin. He's going to be just shy of the first down, so it's going to be a pickup of 7 on the play. So it's going to set up a 3rd down and short for Shenandoah.
Running a quick QB sneak here with Spangler. Got the lean and 1st down. Just a quick snap QB sneak by Spangler. It's a good play call. Way to get up on the line and pick up that 1st down.
Thanks, Brody. I was doing some writing up here. That's why you're the 2nd best color man in the business. You know who the best is. Good job. Way to not say anything. Don't want to get that guy's head too big.
No answer.
So 1st and 10 at the 45 for Shenandoah. They've moved the ball quite well, and there's a penalty. It's going to be a pre-snap penalty, some motion, and that's going to be a 5-yard penalty, but save from that penalty, they start the drive at their own 3-yard line. They're at their 40, so they've moved it 37 yards. They still got 60 to go, but they're moving it, and they're kind of getting what they want. Staying in this formation makes it easier a little bit for this offensive line and for the quarterback to kind of read where they need to go here.
Yeah, you might see those mirror routes that you see on 3rd downs a little bit earlier to pick up maybe a little bit more game. Might stay with the run game here.
Dickerson moves to the right of Spangler here. Clock moving, just about 7 minutes to go. And you've got a seam route open and intercepted. Big time interception by Narragon. And Narragon to the 15 and out of bounds at the 12-yard line. So against cover 3, and it's a young quarterback, but against cover 3, you got to put it on a line, but you got to look off and go the other way. You can't float it. And that's a tough play because you had McManus open down the seam and Laughlin open down the seam on the other side. Just a tough break. And now 3rd interception of the night for Spangler, who's played a whale of a game. Just a few really poorly timed turnovers here tonight.
Yeah, just towards the end of the first half of that one right there, just the safety read it and just floated a little bit too long and let the defense come up and make a play on it.
So Narragon with 1 interception and Osberg with 2 interceptions tonight for West Central Valley. And they hand it off up the middle on a belly to Robinson. And Robinson from the 12 gets up to the 7-yard line. So his biggest gain of the night, 5 yards. And you kind of just felt the air kind of go out of the building a little bit. Still got some time, still about 6.5 minutes to go. But West Central Valley definitely threatening to go up by 2 scores here.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want the Mustangs defense to come up and make a big play here.
So 2nd and 5, and again, toss to the field, and Narragon maneuvers his way to the sticks. It's going to be about a 6-yard gain, 5-yard gain. It'll be a 1st down, and I believe it'll be a 1st down. They did not signal 1st down. Looks like they're going to measure. So they will measure to see if we got a 1st and goal or if a 3rd and inches here, Broadman. But either way, 3 yards away from giving up their first points in the second half. This defense for Shenandoah has done an excellent job in the second half of bending but not breaking, right?
Yeah, they've just kind of stayed in it, and the Wildcats have also stayed in this. They knew they were up 14 coming this half, and just the Mustangs kind of try to battle their way back here. The Wildcats, if they can punch this in, that gives them that little bit more comfort. And so the Mustangs got to come up with somehow, some way, get a defensive stop and either force a field goal, but touchdown is the one thing you're not hoping for here. You can't have a touchdown if you're the Mustangs and let them go up by 2 scores with under 6 minutes to go.
So they were just short, were the Wildcats. Going to be probably quarterback sneak right here from Gerling. And just kidding, they'll hand it off on a belly, and Robinson's going to barrel his way into the end zone for a touchdown. And that is now an 8-point lead. So, yes, the touchdown is not a great thing for Shenandoah, but what's super critical right now is this 2-point conversion because it's still just a 1-possession game with 5:45 to go in the ballgame.
Yeah, Mustangs got to stay in this one here. Looks like they're lining it up for
the extra point.
Extra point.
So Gerling will attempt the extra point. 3 for 3 so far on the night. And the snap is a little high, and it is blocked by Shenandoah. So it's still, Broadman, just a one-possession game, and there is still life in Page County as Shenandoah, who's been moving the ball all second half, just had some turnovers at inopportune times. So if we can continue to move the ball like we have, but just take care of the football, we got a really good opportunity to march down the field and get a score.
Yeah, just like, don't now, just clear it. Just clear out that interception. Now you're just back in that same spot. And maybe it's 8-point game now, no longer a 2-point game. You still do the same goal. Get down the field, put a ball in the end zone, and then after that, everything else, worry about that after. Just march down the field, put a ball in the end zone, give yourself a chance. Give yourself that chance that you've been waiting for all game to work. You put in that work creeping back in this thing, and now's the go time. No, you got to go put one in the end zone.
So 5:45 to go. Both teams have 2 timeouts. It's 27-19. West Central Valley taking advantage of the 3rd interception, 4th turnover of the night for Shenandoah, and a short field. And Robinson was able to punch it in from 3 yards out for the Wildcats, but they did miss the PAT. It was blocked by the Mustang special teams. So we'll see now, as Brody mentioned, and we've talked about a little bit here, 1-possession game still. Don't anybody go anywhere. Doesn't look like anybody has if you're here at Mustang Field. Still lots of people in the stands as Gerling gets the kick away. It's going to travel all the way down to about the 14-yard line, and Scammon will return it, and he is tripped up and pushed down at about the 27-yard line. That is where the Mustangs will scrimmage from with 5:39 to go in the ball game, needing a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie this thing up. Pretty good ball game for your first one this year, right, Brode?
Yeah, it's both teams stayed in until the end. We'll see how this one plays out.
So trips formation now, only 2 defenders essentially over to that far side. Now the 3rd one will come over, so they're all balanced up. And pass into the slot, caught by McManus, and McManus has become a sure-handed target, 12 yards and a first down.
Mustangs looking to go quick here, already lining up for their next play. It looks like they probably had a sequence planned out for this type of situation.
Trips to the far side. Spangler on the quarterback keeper is going to get up to the 40-yard line, 2 yards on the play. So now 2nd down and 8. And for Spangler, that is his 17th carry. And he's got now 67 yards on 17 carries. So busy night for Jade Spangler on the ground.
Yeah, just kind of doing everything for the Mustangs on this offensive end. Passing, handing off, running the football, just being what he is, a quarterback, just making those plays.
And there's a little miscommunication in the backfield, but Spangler trying to make a play, and he made a little bit of something out of nothing there, picked up a yard. I think he was looking to ball fake that to Dickerson. Dickerson immediately went to block, and it was kind of disjointed in the backfield, but it's still a pickup of a yard, 3rd and 7, 2 downs here to get 7 yards.
Now Mustangs, you got obviously, like you said, 2 down territory. You might look for those like kind of quick hitches or a slant route here. Nothing, you don't need to do too much here. 3rd down, you still have another play after this. Just kind of pick up some yards, give yourself an easier opportunity than a 3rd and 7 for this potential 4th down.
And Spangler rolling out to his right, fires to the slot receiver, and it's caught by Graham. His first catch of the night, good for 10 yards and a first down to move the chains. As Spangler now with 141 yards throwing on the day. Graham, I lied, he has 1 catch already, so he's now 2 catches for 16 yards. And again, Spangler with 141 yards through the air on the day to go along with 68 yards so far on the ground. So he's over 200 all-purpose yards on the night. 1st and 10, trips to the field and handoff up the middle 2 yards for Dickerson. So that's up a 2nd down and 8, under 4 minutes to go in the ball game.
Yeah, the Mustangs just got to keep the ball moving here. Keep the ball moving. You might look to the air here. You've shown some success. Try to get a ball to the wide side of the field. Get in some area where you can make plays happen, make big plays happen.
But again, there's only 2 defenders out here to the Trip side, so you have the advantage
There's
over
not a
here
guy
in
lined
numbers.
up on Laughlin over here.
You got an advantage in numbers. Let's see if they take advantage of it. And there was a play called for Laughlin, but Spangler had pressure in his face right away, and that's exactly what they were doing. Laughlin went 5 yards and turned around, and boy, he was wide open, but a lot of pressure, and that pressure was led by Zach Teague. Zach Teague. That's going to be a loss of 5, and that'll set up a 3rd down and 13, 3rd sack of the night for West Central Valley.
Yeah, now they got 3 guys lined up on those R3 guys to the wide side of the field over there. Let's see what the Mustangs do.
And got a little hitch and go. They're going deep, and it's almost the 4th interception of the night, and that was almost the 2nd interception for Narragansett. And honestly, Cullen kind of had a step because Narragansett was flat-footed. You just put it out there for the athlete, you got a chance.
Yeah, we had 2 guys going. McManus was a little bit to the left of him or to our side of the field. I think he just kind of threw on up and said, one of you guys go catch this, and just kind of didn't really lead him too much, kind of threw it in a certain place and just right where the cornerback was.
So now 4th down and 14. You got 2 timeouts. You could try to punt the ball away and pin them, and now you're going to get a timeout called. We'll take one with them with 2:43 to go in the ball game, down by 8, 4th and 14, folks. It's decision time here in Shenandoah. We'll see what they come up with after the break. We'll be right back. We are back here in Shenandoah, 4th down, 14. Broadman, what's in your bag of tricks here for 4th and 14?
Maybe that snap right to Spangler punt it. You still got a lot of time left, 2 timeouts. You could
just one now.
Oh, just one now after that timeout. So they could try to punt it away and just kind of hope they get the ball back in time, or they can just kind of keep it in their own hands, like TJ said during the break, and just make our players make the play.
You're not supposed to tell people what I said during the break. I'm just kidding. Oh, we're having fun up here. Hope you're having fun watching at home. And if you are here, we know you're having fun watching. It's been a really good atmosphere, just like last night at the volleyball game where the Phillies got their first win of the year in a 3-1 win. Spangler moves out to the right, and he's looking for somewhere to throw. He throws, and he's got a man. First down, right at the sticks, and look who it is, Cole Graham. 15 yards, first down. The clock will stop momentarily. Great throw, great catch, a little flood route to the far side.
Yeah, just Jade Spangler, great throw, great catch by Cole Graham. Just stayed patient outside the pocket, just waited for one of your guys to get open and just hit him right in the numbers. Just great route right at the first down marker. So Mustangs,
keep in mind, this drive started at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, this is probably developed to be, if they put this in, this could be probably their best developed drive of the game.
So now trip receivers over here to the near side. Spangler rolling to his left, throws to the flat route, and that is Zane McManus makes the catch, 9-yard gain. Zane McManus, have a day, young man, as he now has his 4th catch for, 88 yards and a touchdown. So 2nd down and 1, out of bounds was McManus, so the clock stops at 2:09, and on the 30-yard line, this is really take care of the football right here. You got run, you got pass, everything's available.
Yeah. Just stay calm here. You still got 2 minutes. You're still not in that big time rush.
2nd and 1, taking a shot for Cullen. Catch made and touchdown, Shenandoah! Beautiful throw. Beautiful catch. Wow. Brody Cullen, welcome to the ballgame, young man. He was out for a long time, and he made himself available on this near side, but there is a flag late, and they're going to call a holding Just a dreadful time for that, as I mean, good night, Irene. That was terrible. Probably was a hold. I'm not saying it wasn't a hold, but just terrible timing. And it happened to West Central Valley on their last drive. Big play by Narragansett, called back. And now a big play by Shenandoah, called back. So trading big mistakes at bad times. But Shenandoah still has the ball at the 40-yard line, but a big blow.
Yeah, that's a big blow, but you're still not in that terrible position. Still second down and 10. Still momentum on our side.
Spangler going to Cullen again, this time on the far side, and Cullen was tackled on the play, but the ball was probably already over his head right there. I can understand. You want the flag on the play, but definitely one where I understand where they kept the flag in the pocket there. It was as well beyond him when the little tackle happened.
Yeah, you see the tackle, but the tackle was kind of late into the play. It was kind of developed. The ball was kind of already going over his head. I don't agree with it, but I mean, as a fan, you want him to call it, but it's probably the right decision to keep the flag in the pocket.
So now 11 yards to go. 2 plays to get the 11 yards. We got a 4th and 14 just a few plays ago, so it's definitely possible with 1:55 to go in the ball game. Spangler takes a snap. He throws it, has to throw it quick, and just off the hands of Cullen. And if the timing was right on that play, that's probably a catch, and Cullen's dancing in the end zone, hitting his head on the goalpost, but good pressure by West Central Valley forced Spangler to throw that ball early.
Yeah, you see a dangerous wide receiver like Cullen out there in single coverage. That's obviously you're going to be one of your first reads, and just the timing was just that little bit too early, which made that difference of where Cullen picked it up late, didn't give him too much of a chance at the ball. And so now big 4th down conversion here for the Mustangs.
At 4th down and 11, play clock down to 6 seconds here. They got the play in late, and they will get the snap off. Spangler rolls to the right. He's got some room to run. He scrambles for the first down. Big play, but he loses the football. After the first down scamper, we'll see who recovered. Looks like Shenandoah recovered the ball. Fortunate there. Big first down. Big scramble. 14 yards, and the ball still in Shenandoah's possession.
Stay in it. This is where you want the ball. This is what you wanted, right? You want to stay in the game. Down 14 at halftime. You want to creep back into this thing, stay in the game. This is where the Mustangs got to go.
So 18 carries for Spangler now, 82 yards on the ground, 156 yards through the air on 20 attempts. So he's been involved in a lot of offense here today as the clock has trickled under 1:30, 1:20 and counting. Spangler scrambles, rolls out to the left, fires to the flat, and it is caught by, looks like that is Cullen. That's about a 10-yard gain, and they're going to call it a first down. So Cullen, second catch of the night, and second catch on the night. He had one earlier that was called back for a holding.
1 minute, 58 seconds is still running. You got to get this.
Yeah,
play
lots of time left, but the clock's trickling here.
Yeah.
We're at 50 seconds and counting. Ball on the 17-yard line of West Central Valley. Trips receivers to the far side. Yep. Spangler rolling. He's got the man open in the flat, and it's just over Cullen's head. Incomplete.
Not too bad, though. Clock stops.
Yeah, 39 seconds now to go in the ball game. 8-point game. 2nd and 10, and West Central Valley's been very leaky in their pass defense in both game 1 against Panorama and now in game 2 versus Shenandoah. And they're taking advantage with their athletes on the outside, and Spangler's making quicker decisions. When he takes care of the ball, this is a very dangerous offense.
Yeah, you see Cullen here, the single receiver here. Don't be surprised if you see Spangler going right back to him, the senior.
So 2nd down 10. Spangler is going to do a little slant flag and nearly kind of a post corner slant flag and nearly a beautiful catch by Brody Cullen. A one-handed attempt broken up down there by the defensive back for the Wildcats. That was Jathan Edgington. So basically good on good right there. And now it's 3rd down and 10 with 34 seconds to go. I'm guessing that the fine folks at KMA are listening to us right now too, because this is a barn burner. Everybody in KMA land's going to want to be watching and listening to this one.
Yeah, big third down here. Obviously, you got to have the choices. Do you got to go for a halfway route, or are you going for it all?
Third down and 10, and Spangler cannot get away from pressure, so you're going to have to call a timeout, and they do call their final timeout, and that's a big, big sack. It's going to be fourth down, and it's going to be roughly about 20 yards to go. We will step aside for 30 seconds. We've got to pay one more bill here. We'll be right back with the play of the night coming up here in Shenandoah.
Here it is. This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
We are back here in Shenandoah. It has been a fantastic ball game here in Shenandoah. Beautiful Shenandoah, Iowa, and it's been a beautiful football game. There's been some sloppiness. There's been some great plays. There's been some fantastic individual performances. It's been a little bit of everything. It's been a beautiful night. There's been a lot of crowd activity tonight, a lot to cheer about on both sides. And I'll tell you what, Broad man, coming down to one final play, 4th and 20, already converted a 4th and 14 on a drive that started at their own 3-yard line. If it can happen, it's going to happen on this drive, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, just you got Cullen out there, single coverage, a lot of room out there. I think that's probably what they're looking for. You got trips to the close side here.
So 4th down, pressure right away. Spangler going deep to Cullen. He makes the catch at the 7-yard line. That is going to be a first down. What a beautiful throw and catch. Clock stops with 20 seconds.
Mustangs getting to the ball quick.
Clock stops with 20 seconds, and then they spike the ball to kill it. But I'll tell you what, I told you if it was going to happen, tonight's the night, because they've already converted one 4th and ridiculous on the drive, and now another 4th and even more ridiculous. And now 2nd and 10, 20 seconds to go inside the 10, Brody.
Yeah, just we want to get this one. You got to stay in. Probably going to stay to the air here. No timeouts. You're going to stay to the air. Got to get this one in or get up to the ball.
So West Central Valley will take a timeout, and we're going to stay here. So something that I'm sure Coach Christensen and Coach Ratliff are talking to he's not a young quarterback, but he is a first-year quarterback. You have no timeouts, right? You cannot take a sack in this situation. You got to either throw it to the end zone sideline, or you got to get yourself out of bounds, throw the ball away. Cannot afford, with 20 seconds to go in the game and no timeouts, you can't afford to take a sack.
Yeah, you just got to get the ball out of your hands, get out of bounds, or an incomplete pass, or get in the end zone is the goal here. Nothing where that keeps the clock rolling. You got to be smart here with what you do as a quarterback. Like you said, he's not young, but he is very inexperienced
He's played a whale of a game, 186 yards now through the air for Spangler on 26 attempts, and on the ground he's got 19 attempts for 72 yards, so well over 200 or just over 250 total yards for Spangler on the night. He's been the bell cow, he's been the workhorse, and now Brody Cullen is back in the game, and he's started to show up. You've had Zane McManus step up big tonight for Shenandoah, nearly 90 yards receiving and a big long touchdown. So a lot of different cast of characters, but here you go, 2nd and 8, 2nd and goal at the 8, roll out to the right. Spangler stops, and he scrambles away. He's got to get down. He does get down, but he's down at the 5-yard line, and you got to go. There's 10 seconds to go. They may not get another play off.
Stopping the clock. Spangler's down.
And
somebody's down.
If that's an offensive player with no timeouts left, that will be interesting. I don't know what the Iowa rule is in high school.
Looks like they're putting somebody in. They're putting the freshman in, Joey O'Rourke.
Well, they're going to have to get on it. They're going to have to get on it and go with 5 seconds. And O'Rourke spikes the ball and kills it. So that's going to set up a 4th down. There will be the play of the night. 4th down, and it's going to be goal from the 5. 4th and goal from the 5. And at the moment, Spangler looks like he's taking the play call from Christensen, so Spangler's going to be going back into the ball game.
Yes. You don't know, maybe or maybe not. Maybe that's a little fake, trying to get the clock to stop, but whatever it was, maybe he's hurt, maybe not.
Well, officials stopping play right now to go over and talk to Shenandoah's sideline here.
Yes.
Not quite sure what, because he's got to come out for a play. But he did go out for a play, but I don't know if any time went off the clock. So
yeah,
I don't
have to run off.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So they did fix the clock issue. They're not ready to go yet on the field. The umpire's still telling them to hang on. But with an untimed down, I believe he still has to stay out. But since a second went off the clock, we're going to go. So here's the play of the night. 4th down and goal. Last chance for Shenandoah. And just
through the hands.
Wide of Brody Cullen. So a turnover on downs. And West Central Valley will escape Shenandoah with a 27-19 win, unless something catastrophic happens here on this final play. But a whale of a drive, but just came up short.
Yeah, just 1 second left, just went right through the hands. He got the look he wanted, got down the field, almost had the 97-yard drive, started from the 3-yard line. That was a great drive by the Mustangs, just couldn't capitalize in the biggest moment of the game.
We're going to get the last timeout here for West Central Valley, and it'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll take it with them. It'll be our final timeout. I told you that before, but I lied to you, so 1,000 apologies. We will be right back in 30.
United Group Insurance is a team of insurance professionals who help their customers confidently choose the coverage best for them. UGI offers great products at great prices to shop for home, auto, life, health, business, farm, and crop insurance needs. Save money by comparing plans from providers such as Nationwide, Auto Owners Insurance, North Star Mutual, and more. Our team has over 100 years of combined experience and offers assistance from our convenient Atlantic, Griswold, Red Oak, and Shenandoah offices. Learn more at unitedgroupins.com.
We are back here in Shenandoah. Final play should just be a kneel down here for West Central Valley, and that should wrap things up barring something crazy, and that's all it was just a kneel down, and that will be the final tonight. West Central Valley, as I said, escapes Shenandoah 27-19. Both teams, I think, played a lot better in week 2 than they did in week 1. Shenandoah just came up a little bit short there. They shot all the bullets tonight. I mean, they did everything they could. But again, just off the fingertips there at the end. Brody, what's your final thoughts?
I mean, they kind of stayed in it. They brought themselves back into the game, down 21-7 at halftime. They played very well second half, had put some great drives together. The defense played well, only giving up 6 points, and with that blocked field goal on special teams, I think it was overall a good game, and I'd say a big improvement since from week 1 to week 2 for the Mustangs, and that gives you kind of a good look at all the little stuff you need to fix, some of the bigger things you need to fix going into week 3.
Yeah, I think, like I said, both teams played a lot better after watching West Central Valley on film last week and watching Shenandoah in person last week. I think both teams played a lot better. I think there are wins ahead for both teams. But tough loss, big win for West Central Valley, tough loss for Shenandoah, and a tough way to go out. But I think this is a buildable moment, right? You didn't quit. You turned it over a bunch. You had bad moments, bad pockets. But, boy, you had some kids step up and make plays. And you gave yourself a chance to win at the end. And really, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, right? Give yourself a chance to win at the end. And tonight it just didn't work out. And there will be better days. But, Broadman, I appreciate it, man. You did a wonderful job. Thank you very much. For Brody Burdorf, I am TJ Young. The Mustangs fall 27-19. And so long, everybody, until next Thursday night for the volleyball contest against Harlan. Good night, everybody. Have a good Labor Day weekend.